Oi, what can I get ya?
Where were Drogon and his big heroes when the villagers were getting murdered? So much for relying on them for help. Sir, you're talking to one right now. I don't know what you're talking about, Hannah. This is my old friend, Pat. I wish you would just go lie down and rest, sir. Well, the mayor was clearly completely useless right now, so instead he talked to his right hand. Anaya.
Well, hello there.
Victor, it is good to see you. I was about to send someone down to check on everyone at Master Drogon's. I am afraid events are far out of hand around here. Anaya, did I ever tell you how helpful you are? You're the best. Anaya, simply the best. Oh, thank you, sir. You're a very good boss too, usually. He doesn't have to ask. He's clearly drunk. Someone decided to throw a party. Not exactly a party. I found the mayor this way in his home after the kobold attack. He was hiding in his cellar with 2 empty wine bottles beside him. I think the stress of the attack was simply too much for him, and he lost control. I just hope he will be better when he sobers up. I know it frightened me. Luckily, I was here, and there were enough local farmers and townsmen to hold the kobolds off. They mostly just ran past when they saw how many were in here. So is everyone alright at the school? About that. Well, it's not that bad, dear lord. That's just arrogant. We were attacked by the kobolds, and Master Drogon has been poisoned, though he's been treated to a degree. Not Master Drogon. Oh, I can hardly afford to lose him. I was desperately hoping that he could help me deal with all the problems that have been cropped up since the attack. I suppose that sounds awfully selfish of me, but I've only been here a short time, and now the mayor is completely useless. And how has been like it? Daughter to me, I tell you, Victor. No better than daughter. Oh, Victor, good to see you. When did you get here? Oh, Victor, what do I do? I'm here to help you, Anaya. Thank goodness you are still well, Victor. I know Master Drogon holds you in the highest of esteem, and you've always been so kind to me since I came to Hilltop. The biggest problem right now is with Piper. Small surprise there. He has always claimed to have prophetic abilities, but now people are beginning to listen. A couple days ago, Piper claimed that death was coming in the dark, and that only the chosen would survive. An old farmer, old Hallstrom, called him an idiot, and Piper claimed Hall would be dead within the week. Let me guess, Hall was killed by the kobolds. Hall's body was found near the edge of the village, with his throat slit so deep his head was barely attached to his body. Piper has a number of people convinced that the kobolds are just messengers for a new powerful god. I stopped listening to him at that point. Piper is spreading panic and chaos in our village, something we can ill afford. If we are to rebuild and possibly fortify ourselves at the least, we need him gone, or at least silenced. I'll speak to Piper for you. Would you really, Victor? That would be such a relief. I'm not asking you to hurt him or anything like that, but if he would just stop or go away, it would make my job much easier and much more simple. Is there anything I can do to help you? No. No. Once more, Victor is not one to flirt. That is all. Goodbye. Farewell, Victor. That was very much an Angelo comment there. Alright. For now, we'll go with that. And he could already hear Piper's calls of bullshit. Just what the place needs, a doomsayer to keep people fired up and scared. Feh.
What? Hello?
And in the 8th hour of the 3rd night, death came in the dark, and left a swath of unbelievers to rot on the ground. It was a message, a portent of the new God who comes to the land. For the unbelievers, he will come as a dark giant with fiery eyes and unending thirst for blood. But for those who believe, he shall be the gentle coherd who protects his followers. I don't want to die. I shall follow this new God. What is his name? That has not been revealed to me yet. But follow me and do as I say, and the God who arises shall look on you favorably. What lies you spread! I will listen to no more of your foolishness, Piper. Then damnation be upon your head, fool woman. You will be dead within the week. This much has the new God showed me. Last month, this prophet told me that my future was carved in stone, and even a hard heart could not prepare me. Let us not linger near him too long. Even you, Victor, shall have to choose. Will you doom yourself and die like Farmer Howell, or will you repent of your ways and follow me? I need to speak to you in private, on behalf of the mayor. Come along, Piper. There is nothing that godless old fool could have to say to me that my followers cannot also hear. Go on, then, and make your threats. Do not forget that the fate of those who mock me. Forget not the death of Hallstrom. Push me, shove me, kick me, beat me. I shall rise again, stronger than ever, to proclaim the coming of the new God. Try to drive the truth from this village, at peril of your own soul. I think you've done all you can for Hilltop. Others need to be warned. You think you can be rid of me that easily? The prophet of the new God sees through your tricks. Begone, foul tempter. I think you have been confused by the kobold attack, Piper. I have explained how the kobolds have come as a warning to the fools on the path of darkness. You are the one who is confused. Alright, there's a couple options here that would work. Let's go with that one first, the truth. Of course they were. When the god comes, he will demand tribute. It is only fitting that they send his minions ahead to capture objects of power. The new god is coming in glory. We worship his mighty prophet who shines, a light on the dark world, words of the unbeliever. You see, your doubting words only serve to bolster my cause. You have strayed from the path of righteousness. Turn to the new god. I think he can already feel where this is going. Well, this is getting us nowhere. There is nothing you can say. Victor would really not want to threaten him. It's not in character. I dislike that that's the only option, so he just exits. What is another option here?
What?
He comes, I tell
hello?
you. Fall on your knees and weep for forgiveness before the darkness claims your immortal soul. I am sorry I followed the dark path. I have committed many indiscretions, and I have had impure thoughts. Impure thoughts? That's not what the tavern gossip says. He sees the corruption in your body, but the innocence of your soul is made known by your confession. Grovel at my feet, and the new God shall forgive you of your past sins. I need to speak to you, Pytler. I think you've been confused. Don't you think the local priest would know if there was a new god? The new god rises, more powerful than all the other gods. I see it now. You have cleared my clouded vision. The new god comes to sweep all other gods away. The one true God, the one true God. Yes, your words which were meant to hinder me have helped me instead. You've made many predictions in the past that weren't true. Maybe I can explain it a different way. Or not. Alright. Before now I felt the stirrings of prophecy, but never understood what it was I felt. Now my mind has been opened to the wisdom of the new God. The God speaks to him. He is the God's new holy man. What would you know of the right way or the wrong way to help this village? You and your fellow students live a life of luxury up in your precious school. What could I possibly do to help this village, when all my life I have had nothing? You have been trained, you have weapons, all I have is my prophecies. And you would take them away from me? The new God will strike you down, and your unbelieving friends. What if I helped you, so you could protect the town? I do not know. If I had my old sword and the guards would train me, then I could become a god too, but to abandon the new god. But if I could have my old sword, yes, my shiny old sword which I pawned to the smith. I have missed my dear old sword. Then I could become a god and save the village. Then people would respect me, like a real hero. But I don't have my sword. No, and until I have my sword, my weapon must be the new god. Yes, the new god comes with a shiny new sword. Oh, that was a misclick. Oh, hold on. Get back to the spot I was at. Good thing Neverwinter Nights just lets you repeat things aimlessly. Okay. If I get you your sword back, will you stop ranting about this new god? He whispers. I suppose I could just talk to myself about him, if that would help. But you have to bring me my sword. Until then, I shall spread the news of the new god. And as Victor had assumed, he was just a fraud, but every fraud had their core. Piper just wanted attention. He just wanted to be a hero. The old man, at least, could be silenced in a more reasonable way than threatening him.
Hail and well met.
Piper said he sold you his sword. Yes. But I don't know what I'm doing there. Yes, that is true. He came in one day looking so thin and hungry. I took pity on him and bought this useless old weapon for far more than it was worth. It would have been an embarrassment to sell it, so I still have it around here somewhere. Could I have it? I suppose it was charity that drove me to buy the poor old sword in the first place. I see no reason to recoup my losses. You may have it. Is there anything else I can do for you? No, thanks. Goodbye. Do be careful out there. I've seen dark times before, and I think they're back again. Sword in hand, Victor would quickly move towards Piper once more. The quicker he shut the old fool that he now at this point pitied more than anything up, the better.
What?
Repent of
hello.
your wickedness. Give yourself to the new god. Worship the prophet of the new god, and you shall be cleansed. I have your sword, Piper. Oh, that is my beautiful sword. Now I become a god and help save the village. And the new god will be... Oh, Right, I promise. That's right. There is no new god, don't worry. You will not be showing up in 2 weeks, 5 hours, and 23 minutes to kill everyone. Go about your business. Nothing to see here. But what about all your prophecies? Are you sure you made them up? Yes, yes. They are all made up. Bye-bye now. Run along. You lucky you got that sword, or you'd be joining your fake god. Well, solved relatively peacefully. The old man was definitely a fool, but at least there was no need for bloodshed. There'd been plenty enough in Hilltop as it was. Quickly run back to
Hello
Anya.
there.
You are back again. Does this mean that friend, Piper, sorry, it's hard picking a word when it comes to him. Also, the narrator's an idiot. That friend Piper is willing to settle down or go away? Piper is no longer a problem. I'm impressed. I was wondering if anyone had the patience to deal with him. Here is your reward. When Hall's widow heard that you were going to quiet Piper, she gave me an extra 10 gold to add to it. You are definitely deserving of it, Victor. Goodbye, Anya. Farewell, Victor. Wow. 200 XP for that. And a little bit of gold. Speaking of men of power and the clerics.
Hello.
Ah, my back hurts from all the bending and healing I've done this day. Not that I would complain. Servants of Ilmatar never complain. It is part of the canon. Greetings, Victor. How may this servant of Ilmatar assist you? I want to ask you some questions. Victor, I am tired. I am so exhausted I can hardly keep my eyes open. I have drained most of my spells and most of my energy in a few short hours. I can try to answer some questions for you, but make them quick, please. Do you know where the kobolds went? Away, think amateur. That is all I know, and all I care to know. People of all races were born to suffer. It is my job to try to ease such suffering. But that does not mean I have to enjoy watching them suffer. I am so sick of it, I cannot even begin to tell you. I have no energy left, so if the kobolds come again, well, it would be bad. He doesn't need to know why he's so drained. He's the only cleric in this entire town besides, supposedly, Drogon. Tell me of Ilmatar, the god of endurance, suffering, and perseverance. Ilmatar cares for those whom nobody else will. We follow the path of poverty, collecting aims for those in need and keeping little for ourselves. To help the poor and ill, we charge adventurers a fee for healing. Some do not appreciate the need, but ours is not a rich church. Our temples are modest and often in poor repair. I do not even have a temple, but instead have this small shrine here in the community hall. Perhaps someday, Hilltop will be large enough to support a small temple. Could I make a donation? A temple would greatly assist in the town. It would give them a much more secure area to go to in times of emergency and perhaps attract more priests. Would you really? That would certainly be a wonderful thing to do. How much would you like to donate? 100 gold. Victor, I cannot believe this. Surely you are a rare man. With this the community, the narrative isn't it, will be improved in so many ways. Thank you. Can I help you with anything else? That's all my questions. Is there anything else? Can I see what you have for sale? So I can throw more money at you needlessly? It's not needless, but, you know. That belt would definitely come in handy, and then he could give the archer's belt that he has to Dorna. Being immune to fear would be a useful thing. Yeah, I've got the gold. Purchasing the belt and shifting the other into Dorna's hand, before selling his old knife to replace it with his new, strapping the kobold's blade to his hip. And then, curiously looking through the man's potions, once more, finding none of healing. Think at least the priest would sell some. Seems only the blacksmith cares for such things. And he had forgotten that he'd given some of the things to Dorna. Well, no harm in selling them now. Much of his gold gone, but money well spent. Satisfied with the fact that Hilltop was now as safe as it could be in the inner town, Victor would begin making his way forward. Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. If you enjoy my videos and don't want to miss out on future content, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. If you'd like to support me on a more personal level, offer recommendations, chat with me, or vote on future series, then consider becoming one of my patrons on Patreon. Thank you once again for all your support, and I can't wait to see you in the next chapter of our story.